We drank Shiner out of Shiner at their own event. That's a good event.
They need to just have a Lucy machine for drunk guys like me.
That is like pure propaganda from Big Chocolate Milk.
Wes is a responsible adult. Travis is an idiot.
Everybody knows Marty Smith. They don't know Marty Smith, they don't know ESPN.
We're like the MJ Scottie Pippen of Can Jam.
Don't worry about accolades, go chase the ring.
I don't think wheat toast exists at Waffle House, Wesley.
It does. I ate some this weekend.
I have a bachelorette party all next week at my house in Charlotte.
You're not responsible for buying the decorations of that, are you?
Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the Marty Smith podcast. Wes is laughing. Travis is laughing. That means we're off to a hell of a good start.
You had your headphones out, and I was talking shit to you the whole time while you were setting your shot up. So
yeah,
that's why we're laughing.
I'm kind of chasing my ass just a little bit here. I can't lie. I've had quite a week already. I was down in Florida Monday through Wednesday with Academy Sports and Outdoors, getting a bunch of content, doing a whole bunch of goodwill. I'm sure you guys, I know you two saw on social media. Some of you guys may have seen on social media what we were doing down there. But first, before I get into that, Wes is here, Travis is here, both talking a bunch of shit to me without me knowing, right behind my back. Actually, it was right in front of my face.
Yeah,
I just didn't have any.
Doing it to your face.
Yeah, I had no ears in yet. How y'all doing, boys?
Oh, doing damn good, Marty. Football season is upon us. High school ball is here. I listened to a high school game on the radio this past Friday night. We got some college ball coming, man. I feel alive again.
Is that homework for you? Like, as the president of Coffee Town, do you have to? Is that like watching game tape, listening to old Nacho Davis?
I like to file some things away. Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not going to take anybody's trademarks or anyone's taglines or anything like that. But no, it's fun, man. We just moved in this neighborhood about a year ago, and I'm kind of familiar with the teams around here, but I want to start getting out to some games on Friday nights when I can. So, yeah, I mean, I know the schools around here, but I like hearing kind of the stories and getting to know what's going on. I like to feel like I know what's going on in the community,
I mean, they should roll out the red carpet for you when you show up to a football game on Friday night. It should be Wes Blankenship is here. You should be the honorary coin toss. What are we doing down in Georgia?
I need to work on that, but yeah, it's a good time of year, fun fall. I feel like there's just a special energy in the year, in the air, I should say.
It's the best energy, and to that point, I was really immersed in it the last couple of days. We're taping this a few days late this week because I have been down in Florida, but one of the reasons I was down there with Academy Sports and Outdoors is, so I'll back up and kind of share. So one of the local school board officials down there in Brevard County, Florida, knows my good friend Patrick Abrahams, whom I've spoken about countless times on this program. He's my brother. He is the most talented field producer ESPN has, just a brilliant mind, so creative, a content machine. And he calls me and he's like, look, dude, Cocoa High School down in Florida, they win state championships galore. They send all of these players to the Power Five, University of Florida, Auburn University. They got a young man right now who's committed to Travis Rockhold's the Ohio State Buckeyes. They got dudes. But their facilities in their weight room were dilapidated at best. And very long story short, the request comes to me by way of Patrick, and I just thought, well, let me engage Academy. Academy was just so gracious. They heard me out, first of all. I mean, they didn't just go, nah, we can't do that. They heard me out. They listened to the passion that I had for this, and ultimately we go down there the last couple of days, completely redo their weight room. I mean, I'm talking 9.5 tons of new weights.
Yeah, I don't know if your Instagram story has deleted itself by now or if you tweeted it or not, but the before and after of what y'all did was gargantuan.
It's truly remarkable, and it's the passion and the drive for kindness and the unwillingness to settle of so many different people. And once it got to me and I knew, okay, Academy has the capital and the means to help me do this. They then engaged one of their vendors, Cap Barbell, and Cap Barbell sends all of this stuff. I mean, dozens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Long story short, we redo that weight room. I can't wait for you guys to see the piece. The piece will come out on Academy's channels in November. We interviewed the head coach. We interviewed assistant coaches. We interviewed a couple of players, all three of whom. We interviewed 3 players, and all of them are going to be playing college football at the next level in college at minimum. And one of them, a young man named Jaden, is the valedictorian of his class. He's going to go to the Ivy League, and it's just I'm telling you guys, it was such a beautiful reminder that the sports we cover and the young people playing the sports we cover have a spirit that if we let ourselves be where our feet are, shut our mouths, open our ears, open our eyes, observe, listen, be, fellowship, the fulfillment that comes with that is incalculable and indescribable. And I am a better man for having had the opportunity. So grateful to Academy, to Cap. Those guys were the catalysts that really made this happen. And we can have goodwill in our heart all day long. But it's those folks who have the means, who take the initiative to help. And those guys, a lot of people did it. I mean, a lot of people had their hands in this, and it was just a chain of command that ultimately got to Academy and to Cap, who made the donation. And in my opinion, and it's not just mine because I mentioned it to the coaching staff down there at Cocoa High School, it's a generational impact. It's not just this class of young people. I mean, they were winning state titles. They've gone to the state playoffs for 16 straight years.
Wow.
In Florida.
And now they got a new weight room?
And they've been lifting weights from the 80s.
Brevard County is screwed. The rest of them are toast. They got that new weight room now, and they were already good.
I can't wait for you guys to see the piece. I mean, it's I had the great blessing of addressing the team. I did put a small, 50-second snippet of that on my social channels, at least on Instagram I did. I stay away from Twitter at all costs now. But I mean, just the opportunity to take 5 minutes and chat with those young people and let them know that they are beacons in their community was so special to me, so full of gratitude I had the opportunity. But that's why we're taping on Thursday this week. And I'm glad we're taping on Thursday this week because I had such a fulfilling week. You'll also see me later on this fall when this piece airs. I caught a grouper down in St. Petersburg with the help of my buddies Matt and Jake Rogers, who have a
well, you needed help getting that thing up on the deck.
It never got to the deck. We can't. So I didn't know this. Florida law disallows us from bringing it on the boat. But we did want to get a
sure
picture.
Everyone agrees to that.
I brought that. I mean, we couldn't. I don't think we could have got it out of the water anyway. I mean, that thing was twice as big as I am.
How old do you think it was?
Well, Matt is really well educated on these things. He thinks 50 to 60 years old was his guesstimation. So my thing, Wes, was this. How long has it been since that thing saw light? Because we were where we caught the 3 Hondo. So I had caught a 150-pounder or something, 200-pounder. They wanted to get me a 600-pounder. They say there's 600-pounders down there. I don't know how we would have gotten it out. I don't know how we would have gotten it up. The 300-plus pounder about broke my hand. Dude, and you got to understand, guys, I wasn't using a reel. I hand-lined this guy.
Yeah.
And so he just jerked, and my hand slammed the deck of that boat so hard. I mean, my you can't see it, but my index finger's blue. But So fun. Like, I love the outdoors so much. I love
what a
getting to
trip,
do that
man.
stuff.
Damn, that
Hell of a
sounds
great
like
trip.
a good start to the week there.
And that's why, like, I love my partnership with Academy Sports and Outdoors.
So let's
they do
start
it
the,
right.
like, what did you put on the line to catch this thing?
So it was a cool experience. So Jake is, I shouldn't give it all away. It'll all be in the piece, but that's later this fall. I mean, whatever. So Jake Rogers is the young man's name.
They put
he's
Jake on the end of the line.
He's a senior at FAU. So since he was 8 years old, he has been learning how to cast this net, bait net. He used to, for fun, go out in the backyard to the dock and learn how to cast this net the right way. He's like a ninja. He's a net ninja. So Jake was throwing it out there. He gets all these little teeny fish.
Hold on, Marty. I got to go back for 1 second here. I'm looking at the notable alumni on Cocoa High School.
Oh, it's
Carrot Top, bro. Carrot Top
really?
went there.
He did?
Carrot damn Top went
How
there.
about that?
And they're waiting on you to fix the weight room?
Well,
Marty,
look, I mean, like,
Marty was
yeah.
the ginger to save the school.
Yeah, it wasn't Carrot Top. It was old Salt. If you have red hair, you're not salt and pepper. What are you?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon and pepper, or cinnamon and sugar. Yeah, all right. I'll take it. But anyway,
Sorry.
no, it's all good. So Jake caught these little fish, which allowed us to go. We were about 30 miles offshore, and then we caught bigger fish, which were, I don't know, 6 pound, 7 pounders, and we used those as bait for the Boss Galactic groupers.
Do you get seasick? Do you have to take like Dramamine?
No,
or any of
man,
that?
I'm blessed in that regard. I don't experience that, Wes.
You know, though, that
You
you're
ever been
catching a
deep sea
big-
fishing, Travis?
No, I
You ever been out?
No, I've
Oh,
never
God.
gone deep
Wes,
sea fishing.
Travis couldn't go deep sea fishing. He would have like he would have a problem with something. There would be
wilt.
something that
He would
triggered
wilt.
Travis,
No,
like fish guts, or like one of the fish took a big crap right on my shoe, and I had like fish poo all over the toe of my shoe.
Yeah.
Travis would just self-destruct if he had fish poo on his shoe.
Oh, so wait, you're gonna call me out for being thrown off by stuff on shoes? That's
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I mean,
I have-
I don't.
I've
I don't.
I don't think Marty wore his J's out there.
I didn't wear my J's out there. No, I had on some Magellan fishing shoes, which I wear to drive my boat. So I'm glad I got a new pair. I did wash the poop off before I brought them home. Don't worry.
I've never gone deep sea fishing, but twice I went up to Canada and did some fishing there. So I have gone fishing before. So screw both of you. I can go fishing. My OCD
Was it like
is
ice
with
fishing or just normal?
No,
fishing?
we're out on the water catching a walleye.
I just imagine all of Canada is covered in ice, so I just figured that's
Oh,
what you
wait,
were
during
doing.
the summertime.
Marty, I also saw you were covered from head to toe in like cloth, like you were wrapped up with anything they had on the boat. I could tell just to keep your
I
skin
love this,
protected.
man. So Magellan makes these. I wear those fishing, those SPF shirts. If I'm outside, if I'm going to the beach in Ocean City, if I am going fishing anywhere, if I'm on my boat, if I'm in the sun for a sustained period, I have on those SPF shirts because ginger guy. I mean, I just had to go to the dermatologist I got stitches in my back right now.
Dang.
And so, like, I love these shirts. I now have two. Laney likes to pick on me for loving this shirt so much, but it has a built-in gator. The gator is sewn into. It has a hood on it,
That's a
so you
serious
can cover
turtleneck.
your ears and yeah, it does. It has a turtleneck, right? There is a built-in gator that comes all the way up over your nose. So obviously you can see, any of you watching on YouTube right now, you can see I didn't do a very good job because I am red right now. But I mean, I had on SPF, but when you're out there, and it was 1,000,000 degrees out there. But yeah, built-in gator. I love those shirts
When you're on the water, that reflection too gets you.
for sure. So anyway, amazing week. I can't wait for you guys to see that content. We have so much content coming with Academy here starting in October. I've played Ultimate Frisbee with the University of Kentucky Ultimate Frisbee team in Lexington. That's coming. I went paddle boarding through a mine That was really cool. In the pitch black, the paddle boards had LED lights on them. That's coming. Just a lot of really cool, unique new content we're doing with Academy Sports and Outdoors, and that will air on the SEC Network as well. So, awesome. As Wes said, college football is coming, and y'all excited? I mean, I am chomping at the bit. I go to Atlanta tomorrow. As we sit here, College Game Day has me down at the Home Depot headquarters to do some content for College Game Day on Saturday morning. So it's here for me, man. We're strapping up and ready to go.
You talking to Arthur Blank?
I'm not talking to Arthur Blank. I'm talking to the CEO of Home Depot, and really looking forward to that conversation. Going to be doing some other content as well with Alabama and with Wes Blankenship's Georgia Bulldogs. So
my dogs.
It's going to be, go Dogs, baby. It's they're going to be really good. And Travis, I give him credit, had a hell of a great idea. And Travis, I'll let you share what your concept is here. But this is going to be the Marty Smith podcast with the great Wesley Blankenship and the great Travis Rockhold. And what are we going to do right now, Travis?
So I got this idea, and we're going to draft an offense, a defense, a head coach, a tradition, and a stadium for college football. But here's the caveat.
Hold on, I got to write this down.
The caveat, though, is once one thing is taken, so if somebody picks Nick Saban, nobody can touch anything Alabama. You can't pick their offense. You can't pick their defense. You can't pick Bryant Denny. All of it's off the board. So the second that you pick one,
right, it's going to be really tough.
I think it's going to make it fun, though.
It's going to be really tough. Like super duper 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 duper.
I don't think it's going to be tough. I mean, there's 3 of us. It's not like there's 10 of us.
Well, still, if you're telling me that if I pick Alabama's offense, I can't take Alabama's defense. I can't take Bryant Denny. I can't take Singing Dixieland Delight and Sweet Home Alabama. I can't take any of that.
Yep, no Saban.
That's because you can't take Nick Saban. You gotta
strategize.
That's hard, man.
Yeah,
so
that's the point.
Got to be really strategic on how we pick what here.
So all right, what do we want the order to be? And we're going to do snake draft. So whoever's third will be first in the second round. Marty, it's your podcast. What do you want the order to be? You pick it.
All right, I say Travis, Wes, Marty.
Okay.
All right.
So our first category is
I'm taking notes. I'm keeping track of this.
You can pick whichever. There's not like a category start. So like you could, Marty, I could go offense and then you go head coach. Like there's no.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. So Travis, you're up first. What you got?
Ohio State's offense. There you go.
Give me Bama defense.
Put that one down.
All right, Travis takes Bama defense. I think that's a really good pick. It's
Jordan Battle, Eli Ricks, Will Anderson.
Still haven't mentioned the guy who might have the most dynamic impact, which is Dallas Turner. And the reason that he might have the most dynamic impact is because Will Anderson is going to have to be blocked by 2 and or 3 guys. He's the best player in college football. And you did a great job of not pronouncing his name correctly, but that was a solid effort.
How is it pronounced?
To'o.
To'o. Okay. My apologies.
I was going to bring up the Manti Te'o.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We got to do that later.
Trust me.
Yes.
All right, so Wes, you Bama's off the board. I got to take notes too. I don't have anything to write with, so those of you watching are going to have to see me type. All right, Bama's off the board.
Can we do a screen share? Maybe we can try that. All right, I'm going to go.
Let me do that. Here, hold on. Can I do this share? I think I might be able to.
Make sure you close out of all those other tabs.
Let's see here. I think.
Oh my gosh, we tried pronunciations last week. Now we're trying to do technology.
Can you see?
While Travis is trying to figure this out, I meant to say this a minute ago. I want you two to know this. I've had so many people walk up to me recently and mention how much they enjoy this show.
That's awesome.
And yes, it's awesome. And I tell them how much that means to me because, it's been a slow burn. It's been a slow burn for us.
It means a lot to me too, man. That's great. I love hearing the feedback.
it's been a slow burn for us to kind of grow this thing and get it where we all feel comfortable with how we do it and what we're doing. And really, you know, Travis has done such an awesome job getting us great guests. So all of you who have taken a moment to say that to me recently, thank you so much. And I actually just got an Instagram DM from Johnny Gomes. Y'all remember Johnny Gomes?
Yep.
Gomes is my homeboy. I've known him for about 10 years. He goes, I love what y'all have going on at Outsider. If you need a baseball player, holler.
Can we get him on?
Yeah, hell yeah, we can get him on.
We need to talk about Party at Gomes is a great one. So,
well, we need to talk about him zipping himself up in a body bag for a photo shoot. I couldn't. That's another level. Anyway,
we'll save it.
All right, Travis has done an absolutely terrible job of figuring out how to screen share.
Yeah, this should have been set up.
Bama's off the table. Wes, you're up.
I'll go Travis's Ohio State Buckeyes on offense.
All right, I love that pick as well. Obviously, absolutely loaded. C.J. Stroud, Heisman finalist, is back at quarterback. Travion Henderson is back in the backfield. They have Jackson Smith and Jigba and Marvin Harrison Jr. on the perimeter.
8,000 different receivers.
They lose generational
Georgia,
guys.
Please, can we get a couple?
They lose generational guys in Olave and Wilson, but Lord Almighty, Brian Hartline.
A running back? Jeez.
They might be the best. Brian Hartline might be the best recruiter in America.
Pound for pound, solo guy. He is a titan. It's just he doesn't quit.
When you spend 10 years I think you spent like 10 years or whatever it was in the league, and then you get into coaching, you can show players like, this is what I did. Like, when I'm telling you to do something, listen, because it'll work.
The two-headed monster of Hartline and my brother from another, Mark Pantoni, it's formidable. They are both such great communicators and good people that's why they just continue to excel in what might be the most important arena in college football, that being the 24/7, 365. Look, I know there are dead periods, but I'm going to call it 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
Recruiting effort. They do a phenomenal job. All right, so Bama's off the table.
Buckeyes off the table.
The Ohio State University off the table.
Marty gets 2 picks
so we
now.
have head coach, we have stadium, we have tradition left, correct?
Yep.
Well, we're all
right.
picking. Are we all picking an offense? We're all picking a defense? Okay.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Yes, we are. All right, so I'm going to go ahead then and take stadium. I'm going to take Death Valley in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Did you just
guys
settle
have heard-
that debate of where the real Death Valley is?
You guys have heard me say in the past, there is no – I love Clemson University and Memorial Stadium down there in Clemson. I, of course, love Lane Stadium. It is home to me. I got these Virginia Tech helmets behind me, one of which means the world to me because Coach Beamer sent this to me actually during COVID. I received it, and he wrote a beautiful handwritten inscription on it to me that just means the world to me. Their Inner Sandman is as good as it gets, but for me, the number one experience is Saturday night in Death Valley. Man. And I've done whiteouts at Penn State. That too is unbelievable. That's a SEC atmosphere.
Man,
it is. Oh my gosh, bro! Put it on your bucket list. Put it on your bucket list.
Trust me, it's on there. I just haven't been.
Another guy that I want to get on our show here is Joshua Perry, who was the tremendous middle linebacker for Travis Rockhold's Ohio State University Buckeyes many moons ago when they won the national championship in 2014 and should have won the national championship in 2015. I think they were better in 15. Lost to Michigan State in a heartbreaker. It's a terrible topic to bring up. Travis is starting to have the shakes.
I was at that Michigan State game. Thank you.
I saw Joshua say on social media yesterday that because which player was it? Shoot. There was a player who it was Michael Mayer, the great tight end at Notre Dame, who was asked about playing in the horseshoe. And he's like, what? Like, yeah, I know it's a big deal, but to me, the way I operate, every away game is an away game. And I just treat them all the same. And Josh Perry quote tweeted that Michael Mayer report and was like, I operated the exact same way. Kudos to him, but the whiteout at Penn State was a whole different deal. You better strap up your helmet tight and buckle in belts because that's
lunch.
different.
Yeah, like, so Michael
All
Mayer,
right.
he probably shouldn't have said it, but he's not wrong. Like, Ohio State can get loud, but
Well,
it's just
listen.
it's not designed to be this, like, there's only a handful of stadiums I think that are truly like they get you, like, you know, shooken if you're
There's
the
no
opponent.
reason why he shouldn't say that, Travis. That's not, to me, that's not bulletin board material. He didn't disparage the Ohio State program. He didn't disparage the fan base. All he said was, it don't matter who I'm facing off against. If I'm on your soil or field turf, as it were, in Columbus, like, it's all the same to me.
It's not disparaging, but I think it's, you know how athletes are, like, they will take something you say and they're going to use it and twist it to, you know, to motivate them.
Yeah.
So why even throw it out there?
They'll put it
So
in the
that's just
urinals and they'll put it in the weight room and they'll do all that stuff. It's their job.
I'll tell you what, that kid is an NFL player right now. So
I'm going to yell extra loud now, so thank you, Michael.
All right.
yeah, Travis will be on his 37th White Claw by then.
Hey.
All right,
Marty,
so
this
Bama off the table,
Marty, if Marty doesn't pick a
OSU
certain
off the
team,
table,
Wes is going to be sitting juicy.
LSU off the table. All right, next is
It's you, Marty.
wait a
whatever,
minute. So
whatever you
Travis took Bama D,
All right. Ohio State, Bama,
Ohio
LSU
State
off the board.
O, LSU State.
You can pick a tradition,
a
a coach, a defense, or an offense.
All right, I am going to take the University of Georgia defense.
want. Thank you. I thought Wes was going to get him.
I love.
Buddy.
No, man, I can't let that happen. I'm going to take UGA's defense. Of course, they sent 150 people to the NFL, but the best one for, like, Nakobe Dean, my boy. The Philadelphia Eagles stole Nakobe Dean.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis, absolute freak.
Nakobe Dean is like a brain that can also break your ribs.
The
That's
fact
just what
that
he is.
Nakobe Dean went as late as he did, like, I've told my family,
That's some
all
bulletin board
Laney's whole
material.
extended family are Philadelphia Eagles irrational people. Like, they are out of their minds irrational about the Eagles. I told them, you stole Nakobe Dean. Even if he doesn't play this year, whatever, right? He is a 10-year guy. Absolute stud.
Yep.
Jalen Carter is a freak of nature, and Kirby and those guys still have him. They got a bunch of studs.
Kirby
I won't
said
get
that
into
he
it
was-
for the sake of time.
I think Kirby's last press conference we heard from him, he was talking about Jalen, and he said that Jalen Carter has been as good as or better than Jordan Davis athletically already. He just has to put it all together and be consistently good every day.
Can I just give you some insight here? So this is insight from my ESPN life. I will not name the defensive coordinator. I will not name the offensive coordinator. But one of the offensive coordinators last season said to me, as great as Dean is, as great as Davis is, it's Carter that keeps me up at night. So I'm taking Georgia's D. Sorry, Wesley. You're
all
up.
good.
Thank you, Marty.
All good. I figured they were going to go at some point if I didn't take them first. So I will say I'm going to get my defense secured too, and I'll take Clemson.
Okay,
That's a
Clemson
good
D.
one.
Another phenomenal pick. But, I mean, they got it humming down there. Of course, they lose Brent Venables, but he's now the head coach at Oklahoma, of course. But, I mean, Clemson very well may have the best defensive line in the country with a couple All-Americans, Brian Brzee, Miles Murphy. I mean, love KJ Henry,
what do you
too.
even
That
do
dude,
against that? Holy smokes.
that dude's a pro. I mean, like, they got pros everywhere. So
Pray.
they're going to be great. Great pick. All right, Travis, you're up.
Gonna go with coach. Give me the Lane train. Give me Lane Kiffin as my coach.
Damn
All
it,
right.
man. Okay.
I mean, is there
Lane
anybody
off the
better
board.
than Lane? And then
Lane Kiffin is Travis's coach.
I'm gonna go tradition. It's my turn again.
All
We're
right.
gonna go back. It's one of the few
Man, you
places
got
that
the,
I've been.
Going quick here.
No, I can't. Ohio State's off the board. I can't take,
that's
I
right,
can't take
they are,
anything
you're right.
Ohio State. I can't have anything Ohio State on my team. So if I can't have anything Ohio State, Marty, you can't have anything VT. Give me Enter Sandman.
That's a good one. All right.
I was there for that
VT
2015
off
game.
the table.
And that pound for pound, those fans at that moment, it only holds, 60,000, Marty? But, man, you would think there's 600,000 there.
Yep, 66,000, all jumping around, losing their ever-loving minds. I was at that game, too. And turning around during Enter Sandman and seeing David Pollock and Reese Davis and all my brothers from game day just like, oh, my Lord, this is different. It was special. And remember, Travis, that was cool that day, too, because they had Metallica like come on the big screen before they played it and said something like, Hokies, let's jump, whatever. It was awesome.
Travis
All right.
just disappeared.
Oh, did he?
Am I here?
Okay. Well, it says.
Well, you're
your
there-
Video,
you're there
your
in
video
spirit.
just went away. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
All right.
We got to. Did we pay the internet bill over there in Nashville?
get that
Can you-
Ethernet.
can you guys hear me,
connected,
though?
bro?
We can hear
can
you.
you hear-
Yeah, we hear you
Okay.
fine.
All right. That's all.
Yeah,
matters.
you're just like a disembodied voice.
All right. Well, the
at this
video
point.
will
All right,
be
I'm
there
gonna
when we
go-
edit. So
All right, I'm gonna go Pitt head coach.
I love it.
Narduzzi.
Pat Narduzzi is
No, Sam
intense.
Pittman. Sam Pittman.
Oh,
Pitt.
The Pitt
Okay.
boss.
You're going Sam Pittman. Okay,
I
that's
was really
another great one.
listen, Narduzzi's a good coach, but I was a little thrown off when I thought you were going with him.
Yeah, Wes really loves Narduzzi, huh? All right.
Coach Pittman is the perfect guy for that program. That's one of those programs. A lot of them are this way, but certainly Arkansas, it's got to be the right fit from a culture perspective, and there couldn't be a greater choice. They go 9-4 last year. They win the state of Texas. They beat LSU. They beat Penn State. I think it was the Outback Bowl in whatever bowl they played, and win 9 games. They've done a tremendous job. I love Barry Odom, the defensive coordinator. I'll be there week 1. Woo Pig. Great choice. All right, now it's my choice again.
You're up.
And I have picked what? I've picked defense and I've picked stadium.
Yeah,
So I have to pick tradition.
coach.
All right,
and
I'm
offense.
going to go tradition. And I'm going to go run through the T, Tennessee Volunteers.
I
Okay.
like that.
So the Vols are off the table.
That does look pretty sweet when they do that.
It's so cool. I asked Josh Heupel at SEC Media Days for SEC Network what it was like, and he just started giggling. He was like, look, man, you can think you know. And Heupel had worked in the SEC before. He was the OC at Mizzou, so he had seen it. But he lived it last year. And with Hendon Hooker and the way Hendon Hooker runs that offense that Heupel's installed there, runs it so efficiently and so
Scary.
dynamically, I think they're going to be nasty.
Yeah, the band needs to be a little quicker this year. They got to get out there quick, catch up with that offense.
All right, so Tennessee's now off the table, and I have picked – hold on, I got to bold my stuff here. All right, I have picked this is unbelievable, right? Sorry.
We're taking this
Oh,
very
man.
seriously. I think this is the most serious we've taken anything on the show. Good job,
It's
Travis.
a really good idea.
Good job,
And
Travis.
All right, so I have done stadium, defense, and tradition. All right, I'm going to go with South Carolina offense.
Ooh.
They should be very good.
Do you know something we don't know?
I think that they're
they
going
have
to
a
be
good quarterback.
pretty damn good. With Spencer Rattler, of course, comes over from Oklahoma, transfers over. As we sat in these seats 1 year ago, he was the Heisman favorite entering the 2021 season, had a really difficult year. Of course, benched for Caleb Williams, who's now at USC, along with Lincoln Riley. But Spencer had a pre-existing relationship with Shane Beamer. Of course, back to the Oklahoma days, I think they're going to be really good offensively this year, so I'm going to go South Carolina offense.
Did you mean Southern Cal?
I did mean Southern
wrong
Cal.
SC?
Yep, I did mean Southern Cal. Yep.
Speaking of South Carolina, you guys started some heat between the Gamecocks and the Kentucky Wildcats, dude.
Oh, we didn't mean. Look, what's crazy is like we didn't. I didn't even know that. I didn't catch.
Who would have known what that meant?
I didn't catch it. Like
Yeah.
it didn't register with me when Mark Stoops said the sunglasses line. It just didn't register at all. And so, I mean, whatever, man. Good. I mean, that makes that game more juicy.
Yep.
Which it's already, look, that game already has a shitload of importance. Mm-hmm. And now it's got even more juice. Mark Stoops is on one, man.
He is.
He's going
had
after
a hell of a
everybody.
month.
Listen, when you're from
when
you're from Youngstown, man, you go after anybody. That's just how they're raised.
Yeah,
He's a
man.
toast boy. Forget the biscuits. Forget the cornbread.
Okay.
All right. Who's up?
Am I up?
Wes's.
I think you're up. Yep.
All right. I'm away. Okay. I'm going to go.
Tradition and stadium.
I got my coach. I got my defense. I got my offense. I think I'm going to save stadium for last, and I'm going to take Ralphie for my tradition at Colorado.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that.
I mean, the live animal. Y'all already took Uga off the board for me. Ralphie running out is just tremendous. Electric stuff. Can you imagine trying to hold that thing back? I heard a story recently. The guys that started the tradition didn't know. Like, they just went and picked a buffalo out. They didn't know that had they picked a male buffalo and not the female, or whatever it is, vice versa, it would have killed them. They would have died.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because it would have been that aggressive. But they picked the right thing. Ralphie's a girl, right? Is Ralphie a girl?
I don't know what Ralphie is. I'm not too up on my Big 12. Pac-12. What are they? Pac-12?
Yeah,
I'm not too big on
Ralphie's
the
a
Pac-12.
female. And, yeah, they if they would have picked a male, the first guys that did it would have been slaughtered. So a lot of inherent danger.
What about when Bevo went after Uga at Sugar Bowl?
Well, that
Or
one
whatever
was,
bowl it was.
see,
that was wild, dude.
I didn't know
Scary.
Bevo really had that in him. You know, because you think when they get
Nobody
the live
thought
animal
Texas
as the
had that kind of
mascot,
fight
they
in
kind of, yeah,
Oh,
he's kind of
Travis.
docile. They've calmed him down. They probably give him a couple tranquilizers. And Uga just said, he's just trying to say hey. And then Bevo showed everyone how that game was going to go.
Bevo was like, hey. All right, Travis.
Well, speaking of big animals, I went to the PBR was in town last weekend, so I went and watched some bull riding. Those dudes are certifiably nuts. We already knew it, but seeing it up close in
yeah.
person,
Yeah.
my God!
Lunatics, man.
I saw one of the
they are lunatics.
one of the bullfighters, which are the guys that are out there to help corral the bull and keep the riders safe. He was trying to jump out of the ring because the bull's coming, and luckily this bull didn't have horns because that bull that hit the head just hit him right in his ass, and man, that had to hurt. And then the next night, I was watching on TV, the dude caught a hoof in the foot and was just bleeding from his face. That stuff is nuts. All right, so I got 2 picks to close it out. All right, offense. I'm going to go Shantz. Give me Coastal Carolina on offense.
All right, Shantz.
Give me
Shantz.
Grayson McCall. I mean, how many teams would have taken him if he hit that portal last year?
Oh, a bunch. I mean, look, man. At ESPN, we had to fill out 2 million different top 5 lists, and I had him on my top 5 quarterbacks.
He pisses teal.
He does.
He
He's
is,
got a phenomenal mullet too. I think he's working on a really scary Wes Blankenship mustache.
Oh yeah, that is scary.
And he didn't want to grow
All right,
that mullet
Travis.
at first. So on Stadium, I can't believe this thing's still sitting here. Give me the Rose Bowl, boys.
Yep.
That's
I
my
thought about
Stadium.
taking the Rose Bowl, but I went Stadium
Yeah,
first.
I was going to take it, but that's cool. Good job.
So
Good
that's-
job.
that's mine. I'm
So
done.
Travis, you are
I'm done. I've got
'Kay.
Coastal, Bama.
We'll do it.
Lane
We'll do
Kiffin.
a rundown synopsis in a minute. Go
right.
ahead, Wesley.
all right. Stadiums. I guess I'll take Notre Dame. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll,
All right.
I'll take Notre Dame. That's kind of the best option. I've been there before. I've never been to a whiteout at Penn State, so I can't really speak to what that environment is like. And you took Death Valley, Ohio State's gone. Just double checking everything here.
You know what stadium I thought about taking? There was 2 other ones I thought was Ben Hill and then Autzen.
You know, the only thing that I have against Notre Dame right now is that they went to field turf. And I like the real grass better, and I liked when they had real grass because it looked like it was like a damn jungle. Like it was thick, green grass. But, hey, I went to that Georgia game a few years ago up there, and that's college ball right there. That is pure. So I'll take Notre Dame.
It's the best. I was standing on the sidelines there a few years ago. I was covering the season opener, Michigan and Notre Dame,
Notre Dame,
and I'm just
Michigan. I was
standing
there.
there on Notre Dame's sideline. You might have been standing with me when this happened. So I'm standing there just hanging out.
I think I know this.
All of a sudden, I just get grabbed around the back, and I turn around and look, and Chris Zorich is like, "What's up, Marty?" He was he'd been having a good time, and his shoulders were as wide as he was tall, and I just was like, it's one of those moments where you go, I can't believe you know my name. I can't believe you know who I am. I mean, I used to read about Chris Zorich and Michael Stonebreaker and all those dudes in Sports Illustrated in little old Parisburg, and there's Chris Zorich saying what's up. It was crazy.
Coach's
Got to
last for
coach.
you.
Got to pick a coach.
I have a coach left. Nick Saban, Ryan Day, Brian Kelly, Kirby Smart, Dabo Sweeney, Lane Kiffin, Brent Pry, Sam Pittman, Josh Heupel, Shane Beamer, Jamie Chadwell,
David Shaw.
and now is David Shaw still on?
He's Rose Bowl. They played the Rose
You
Bowl.
forgot Carl Durrell
Oh.
at Colorado.
Oh gosh, I forgot you guys. I was just getting ready. I was like, all right,
Go Buffs.
Anyway, Marcus Freeman is off the table,
Yeah.
right? All right. I am going to take the head coach of the 2021 Big Ten champion Michigan Wolverines, the great Jim Harbaugh.
Khakis off the
Stop
board.
flipping me off, Travis.
I knew it.
That's set,
all right.
that's set up perfectly. That's set up perfectly.
Let's
Is that
run
payback?
through our respective picks. Travis, you go first.
I love my
sitting
team,
with-
man. I love my team. Let's
I like
go.
my team too.
I'm sitting with Coastal Carolina on offense, Bam on defense, Lane Kiffin as my coach, Enter Sandman, and we're playing at the Rose Bowl.
That's pretty
stacked.
damn good, man. That's pretty good.
Okay. Our Notre Dame night game at Notre Dame Stadium will begin with Ralphie running Sam Pittman out on the field with the electric Ohio State offense and the Stonewall murderous Clemson defense.
That's pretty spectacular, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I come home with Jim Harbaugh leading the Georgia defense and the South Carolina offense through the tee on Saturday night in Death Valley.
There's a
That
lot
was
of
an awesome experience.
there's a lot of
Travis.
confidence
That was a really good idea.
on Marty's team because you've got a lot of SEC juju going on there that doesn't really mesh. You know, Georgia's defense playing a home game at Neyland just makes me feel like I need to take a bath.
But they're not playing at Neyland. They're playing at LSU.
Oh, LSU is what I meant. They're running through
They're just running through a big tee to get
Tennessee
there.
band playing Rocky Top. Oh,
Yes.
it's not right.
We got to get we're gonna get a
beautiful
graphic
thing.
made and put this up on Twitter and see who the people think has the best team.
I think we all know.
That is pretty. That's a good idea. Graphics department, Travis, you need to contact them. We'll make a graphic, put it up, and have you guys vote on who you think has the best outfit. I love, like, you guys both had great ones. I like mine a lot too.
Yeah, that's fun. Good idea, Travis. Way to go. Good stuff.
Thank y'all. That is 47 minutes of excellence. What did I forget, Travis? Did we forget anything?
We had a couple passings too. I didn't know if you want to take a moment. You got Lynn Dawson, then you also
yeah.
got Friday Night Lights. I didn't know if either one of you two wanted to talk about either of those. I know Friday Night Lights is big with you too.
Hey, we had a couple of absolute icons pass away this week. Lynn Dawson, the quarterback in Super Bowl I of the Kansas City Chiefs, and poster person of one of the most iconic sporting photographs ever. It is halftime of Super Bowl I. And Lynn Dawson is sitting in a folding metal chair, firing off a lung dart with a Fresca between his legs. And a couple of years ago on Marty and McGee, I made up a song about it. And he did pass this week, and it was really cool for me to see all of the, hundreds of remembrance notes from all over the sporting world about him. Of course, he was a television personality as well. Lived in a lot of living rooms. And so, thinking about his family, we also lost Gary Gaines, who, any of you guys who love Friday Night Lights the way that we do on the Marty Smith podcast, and Marty and McGee for that matter. Gary Gaines was the head coach of the Permian football team, about which Buzz Bissinger wrote the 1988 unbelievable account of the Permian Panther football season, entitled Friday Night Lights, A Town, a Team, and a Dream. I just read that book again during COVID and was taken with how relevant every bit of it is right now. Of course, it spawned the great movie by Peter Berg, and then spawned what I believe to be the greatest series in the history of television. Coach Taylor, Tim Riggins, Jason Street, Matt Saracen, Smash Williams, and Julie Taylor and Tammy Taylor, the great Buddy Garrity. If you've not seen the Friday Night Lights series, you should go binge watch it now. And Gary Gaines, of course, was the real-life head coach that was chronicled in Bissinger's New York Times best-selling book, Friday Night Lights, A Town, a Team, and a Dream. And he passed this week as well. I think he was 73 years old. So thoughts to their families, and thank you to the inspiration that they provided.
No doubt. No doubt. Generations of people. And obviously the 88 team is the one everyone knows, but anytime a head coach of that magnitude in any one of these towns passes, it's a part of the soul of that place. And we know who Gary Gaines is because of that story. But, yeah, man, he's going to be missed for sure.
You're so right. These high school football coaches they're iconic in those communities. They are certainly part of the fabric of those communities and an important part of the fabric of those communities. And in very, 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 very many cases around this country, they're the face of those communities. Think about my high school head coach, Steve Ragsdale. He won 3 state championships during his time, 30-something years as the head coach of my high school. And he raised a whole bunch of young men. Certainly our parents did an amazing job, but it was Coach Ragsdale and his staffs that taught us so much about life, that taught us so much about selflessness, that taught us how empowering hard work can be and what it looks like when that hard work manifests itself in lifting a town's vicarious dreams into reality. I've said this a million times, and I wrote it in Never Settle. When we were number one on Friday night, our parents were number one on Monday morning when they went to work. And that was really special. It was a hell of a lot of pressure. Like, that's a whole other episode. But, God, it was awesome. And I'd give anything just for one more time.
Well, and also think about it with the coaches for, at least when I was growing up, and obviously with you two, those coaches were also English teachers and math teachers and history teachers. So, like, their impact on the community wasn't just on the field. It was, and just, all these students' lives going forward. Nowadays it's a little more, some of these coaches aren't teaching, but they have, a greater impact in the classroom too.
If
my dad's high school coach drove the bus to their games, like that's that doesn't happen anymore either. But that is all team all the time right there.
I love everything about it. And on that note, the Spartans open this week. First game is Friday night. And I had every intention to go. And now I'm actually going to be in Atlanta instead because I was summoned by College Game Day. But I'll be paying attention, and we can bring this episode full circle. The Cocoa Tigers have huge games the next 2 weeks. Friday night they play against the number one linebacker in the country who's committed to Miami, the U. And next weekend they play St. Thomas Aquinas, one of the most renowned programs in all the land. So good luck to Cocoa.
Go
good
Tigers.
luck to the Spartans. And all of you guys, all of you young men, all of you leaders of young men, good luck this weekend in your games. It's time to kick off some college football, man. I'm amped. I can't wait. Boys, that was a great time. Travis, great idea. Let's get that graphic made. The entire time that we have been doing the Marty Smith podcast this time, I have been sipping on Outsider coffee. Yes, we have coffee. We have 3 different versions. We have decaf. We have dark roast. We have light roast. For y'all watching on YouTube, yellow bag is light roast. Navy bag, it might be purple. Bag is dark roast. Red bag is decaf. I'm not sure why you would want decaf, but that's just me. And we have beer coming too. I'm sure you guys have seen on a lot of our social media channels, our beer Gratis is in bars in Nashville now. And our executive staff, I'll call it, just had their final tasting before our Gratis beer gets put in cans and shipped all over the greater Nashville area, where we will launch in very short order. So when y'all are going to the bar in Nashville, I'll actually be there in a couple weeks. Week 2, I will be at Wake Forest at Vanderbilt. So I will be in Nashville starting Thursday, September the 8th. And potentially Wednesday the 7th, depending on if I can put an interview together that I'm trying to do. So I'll be heading to the bars on Broadway and beyond, asking for our beer for the first time ever.
I'll see you
I
there,
can't
though.
wait for y'all to try it. Make sure that you let us know what you think about it. We'll read some of your testimonials about Gratis and about Outsider Coffee here on the show. Thank y'all so much for caring. Thank you so much to Moultrie for its unbelievable support of the Marty Smith podcast. Thank you to Academy Sports, Cat Barbell, for being so kind and helping me facilitate that moment down at Cocoa High School. Appreciate you, boys. Thank you for your spirit. Travis, great job putting together that little draft we did. That was really cool. Really enjoyed that. Y'all make sure you vote on who you think has the best team. Have an amazing day, an amazing rest of the week. This is the Marty Smith podcast. I want to say thank you so much to our law enforcement officials working hard to keep our community safe. Fire and rescue, thank you for your heroism. Running into the fire to save lives every day and don't get nearly enough due and attention. I never say it, but it bears saying absolutely. Thank you to our teachers. Our teachers are working their asses off, not only educating our young people, but growing them up, teaching them about life, and aren't nearly well celebrated enough. Thank you so much to our educators. Thank you to the United States military. I am so grateful for freedom. Everybody at Outsider is so grateful for freedom. Thank y'all. Have a great one. This is the Marty Smith podcast. Tell everybody to download this thing, follow this thing, support this thing, buy our stuff. You can see my hat right there, the Sunday Money hat. Thank you, guys. Have a great one.